guys? Today we have the Marksman bolt carbine, and take a look at that headshot multiplier. I will tell you right now, this weapon shreds. On this sniper, I do have marksmanship. I try my best to get as much damage as possible. The bolt carbine marksman, I would say it was a little bit underwhelming in patch 8, but for whatever reason, right now the marksman variant of the bolt carbine feels really good on sniper. Now, I am leveling up this class on console, and I really wanted to see how much damage I could get out of this weapon. So, yes, I do have, the headshot damage perks that I need to just get a little bit of extra damage here. Now, this major goes down pretty quickly. The one thing I was a little bit worried about was ammo, but we do have the prestige perk for ammo regeneration, and I do have the Inferno pistol, so honestly, it's really easy to regenerate ammo with the Inferno pistol, especially against Tyranids. And yes, we do have the fencing combat knife. Now, pretty much all we need is a few headshots, a gun strike, and these majors are going down. Even if I'm under-leveled on sniper, you do have purification, which should help me right here, but I got stunned by that Biovore, which just, for whatever reason, goes away. I don't think we ever see that Biovore again, which is weird. Which is definitely weird. I got nailed by that sniper there because I was throwing a grenade, and I kind of, last second, I kind of hesitated because I didn't know who I wanted to throw the grenade at. Oh yeah, there's the Biovore. The Biovore's down. Now, this is going to be a great example of the DPS for this weapon. This is a zone throw. Zone throws get absolutely shredded by snipers, and it's gone. This bolt carbine marksman is so much more fun right now. Another major just completely down. If you actually land like all of your shots and get a really good fire rate, considering this weapon is pretty much like whenever you trigger this weapon is when it shoots. So to keep it fast, it can be a little bit exhausting to just continuously, press the trigger over and over again. In comparison to like the bolt carbine normally the bolt carbine is just something you can just hold on, and it does SMG things. Now, the reason why I really like this weapon is because the bolt carbine, for whatever reason, I think it's a very fun weapon. I know it's very strong, but for whatever reason, it just never clicked for me until I used the marksman bolt carbine. And then whenever I used the marksman bolt carbine, I'm like, man, this would absolutely shred if it was full auto. But now the marksman bolt carbine actually has unique traits of its own, where it's like, hey, if you want the bolt carbine to feel a little bit better at range and also be pretty fast at the same time, this is like a really good option if you just don't like the Stalker bolt rifle. If you want something just a little bit faster, I think this weapon is going to be great for you. And honestly, having fast weapons is really good for, regenerating contested health. I think the Stalker bolt rifle is still pretty good at regenerating contested health, but still, I really enjoy this weapon, and not to mention this weapon's also going to be a little bit better against gaunts. Not that that should really be a metric, considering the fact that the Inferno pistol exists, and when it comes to playing the sniper, I always use the Inferno pistol, especially in situations like these, where I need to clear out some spore mines. The Inferno pistol is also pretty good at staggering as well. Yep, there I throw a shock grenade in an attempt to make sure the Biovore doesn't leave without taking some sort of damage. Also, the shock grenade just leaves them in a spot where they just really can't move. Like, look at this. We put in so much damage onto that Biovore, and we also get the Biovore off the table. Now, Prestige 1, like level 19-ish, or something like that. You could definitely consider this a little bit under-leveled for Absolute, but still, Purification. The Sniper class, as soon as you get Purification, if you have a Relic weapon, you can at least jump into Ruthless, I would say. But yeah, the Sniper, I have a lot of experience with. I feel like the Sniper class is definitely one of those classes that I have the most experience with. But yeah, now this situation, Biovore, Zoanthrope, this was definitely a test for the Marksman Bolt Carbine. Now, we do pick up a teammate very quickly. The Sniper is a great support class, and yes, that will be relevant in the near future. So we do see the Zoanthrope there. It is scanned, but it is now shielded. So unfortunately, I was not able to take that down, which probably, honestly, the bolt, well, here's the thing. My teammates are shooting it also, so the shield might have not even been triggered by me. But I do think the bolt sniper takes down Zoanthropes just a little bit faster than the bolt carbine marksman. Probably a lot a bit faster, but still, the bolt sniper is also a weapon that you really have to be careful with. in close range. I mean, honestly, against majors, you can just get the parry and get the headshot, but against gaunts, the bolt carbine is definitely going to be better against gaunts. But still, I use the Inferno pistol, so what I'm trying to say here is the Marksman bolt carbine is definitely a worthy sniper weapon. However, if you really want massive burst DPS, the bolt sniper is probably going to be better. The LF, probably still a better weapon, but still, I was very satisfied with the changes of this weapon in the newest patch. And yes, this is a Carnifex. And you can already see, this weapon, no matter what, I think just puts up consistent DPS. Like, for example, if I was in that situation with the Bolt Sniper or the LF with the Carnifex back towards me, I probably wouldn't put up nearly enough DPS to warrant shooting the gun. But with this weapon, the Marksman Bolt Carbine, it has a strong enough fire rate where even with the increased damage resistance that the Carnifex has when its back is turned, it's still worth it to just get like 10 shots in. You can still get a good chunk of damage in there. Also considering that I do have some pretty nice DPS heavy teammates here. I do have a tactical and the assault class with me. So yeah, overall, as long as we can take out this extremist that is jumping on me and then also pick up my teammate, we're in a pretty good position for this fight because we do have the Carnifex at half health, in which case does spawn extremists. So if you ever, were kind of curious to why extremists just randomly pop up in Absolute, it's probably because the Terminus enemy went to half health. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Anyway, Purification, saving me right there. We do get hit by the Lictors. The Lictors I was confused with because I think there's an extra one that I was not prepared for. And then not to mention here, we have a whole bunch of unblockables, which is okay. We still have camo. We are able to get Purification. I do have a gun strike there, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, as long as I can basically dodge in and out, I can get a lot of damage with the Bolt Carbine Marksman. It's an incredibly well-handled weapon. It is quick to aim down the sight, and it's always relevant. There's honestly never an encounter where I'm like using the Marksman Bolt Carbine where I'm like, ah, crap, this enemy is like bad for me. It's really not. Like the Marksman variant of the Bolt Carbine could be one of the most versatile weapons in the game, 100%. Like, we're able to fight the Carnifex, we're able to jump in between Lictors, we're taking out Zoanthropes, we're going close range, medium range, long range if we need to, considering the damage buffs we can get on Sniper. Now here I'm trying to get the camo off of the perfect dodge for the resurrection here, which we do pull off. Yep, again, I will say, every time when I do this with the sniper's support capabilities cannot be understated. Rezzing your teammates is very important because when you play with randoms, you cannot guarantee that they're, not going to go down. Nobody in this game can really guarantee they're not going to take damage. So it all comes down to resource management anyway. And still, the sniper is a great class if you're worried about resource management, considering it doesn't really need to use stims, which is how you see that I have 2 there, because my teammates actually gave me those. And I still can heal myself with camo, which my teammates probably should have picked up at least 1 more of these stims. But okay, overall, we do have the Hive Tyrant here, so overall our DPS is pretty good for this situation. As long as we can get this scan, the Bolt Carbine Marksman can get some headshots, and we can just continuously chip down the Hive Tyrant. One key factor in this fight is the fact that we do have the Assault class with us, so the Assault class could potentially stun the Hive Tyrant. And not to mention, the Tactical does give us secure stockpile, so I'm not too worried about the mobs because I can just throw the grenades at the mobs, which is nice. The mobs in the Hive Tyrant fight is probably the most threatening thing because if your teammates aren't really, if they don't notice the mobs come in, then this fight can just get a lot worse, because if you're next to a major while the Hive Tyrant is doing AoE attacks or anything like that, and you go for a parry on the major or you do a perfect dodge that's not quite well timed for the attacks on the Hive Tyrant, you can get damage stacked pretty quick. So taking out the majors when they spawn in is definitely the best thing, and my teammates were on it. They definitely saw the majors spawn in, and they took them out pretty fast. And yes, shock grenades. Dude, honestly, with secure stockpile, I'm really enjoying shock grenades. They have been really fun. Another always relevant grenade. No, well, actually, against Zoanthropes, I guess they're not. I guess they're not really relevant against Zoanthropes. But guess what else isn't relevant against Zoanthropes? The Melta. And before you comment about some random moment you took out a Zoanthrope with the Melta, on paper the Melta is not supposed to do that, okay? Like that is pure circumstance. That is a Zoanthrope going down the stairs and then you taking advantage of that. That Zoanthrope was being nice by going down the stairs. And then, yeah, you just pounce on the Zoanthrope with the Melta. Hey, good strategy, random commenter. But okay. Okay, with the Bolt Carbine Marksman, I really enjoy this fight because even with the Major spawning in, you can just see that it just makes easy work out of the Majors. Even this Enraged Major, it does not matter. Like, as long as they can get a parry gunstrike and then get some... Oh, there's the damage stacking I was just talking about. Yeah, I went for the parry on the Major, and then I got hit by the AoE. But yeah, see, even the Enraged Major was on its way of leaving and just got absolutely obliterated by the Marksman Bolt Carbine. And yes, you can see the damage right there with the Marksman Bolt Carbine. It just... I wouldn't say it melts the Hive Tyrant, but it definitely depletes it pretty quick. Like, to be completely honest, the Marksman Bolt Carbine put up numbers in this operation, at least for how fast we were going. This was absolute. We did run into an extra Terminus. We had a fair amount of Extremists, but I do think, I think we avoided one. Yeah, you can see, yeah, dude, wow, this special kill, somebody got a lot. But with range damage, I put up 16,000, damage taken, you know, the deals, the thing Sniper does, resurrects and put up a lot of damage. And then my teammates also put up a lot of damage, which is nice. And yeah, we were actually a pretty good DPS squad and Sniper playing support class here with the Bolt Carbine Marksman. It was a great time. This was incredibly fun. Oh yeah, right here I'm clicking X because it's not letting me, yeah, it's not letting me progress because the host left or something. But still, yeah, I honestly can't say it enough. The patch 9 Marksman Bolt Carbine is a very good weapon. It is incredibly dangerous when you go for those headshots. And yeah, putting up, what was it, 15,666 or something?